So hello to all the viewers of today's video. I would be discussing the topic of how to master financial management if you're in your early 20s. I mean, we generally see a lot of videos today coming in our suggestions in YouTube, or let's say, as a matter of fact, in any social media. But I have always been a pioneer and I've always believed in the fact that this is one of the most prominent topics which a lot of people are being ignorant about. And I have tried always my best to inculcate a feeling about this topic amongst all the young people, because I feel it is of paramount importance. I'd also recorded a video on money management a few days back, and you may assume that it is just an addition this is just an additional video to that part, where I would be talking about how to master financial management if you're in your early 20s. So I'll just discuss point wise, according to me, what should be your thought process like while you are looking upon this topic. So the first thing which I'm going to discuss is reduce your liabilities. So let's say, for example, if you are having a loan or you have taken a loan, the first thing, if you want to master the art of financial management in your early 20s, according to me, is you should start by repaying your loans. Or as a matter of fact, if you haven't taken any loan, refrain from taking any loan. The only exception to this being the education loan that is provided to us. I mean, education is always the best investment, and also the rates of interest are nominal in that. But before you try to touch upon the topic, mastering financial management in your early 20s, the first thing which is of paramount importance is that there has to be a reduction in your liabilities, and there should be no burdensome activity upon you, or you don't have to think in a burdensome manner that this is something which I need to repay, and then you can touch upon the other areas which are of more importance. So I would just keep education loan as an exception to this point. So this is something a lot of people start investing first and then they start repaying the loans. I believe that is something whose order needs to be reversed, and you should not be following upon that, because that is one of the major mistakes that I have seen people facing while they're acting upon the same. Next, I would touch upon insurance. So basically, I would be talking about two types of insurance. What is insurance? Any unforeseen activity which can come in forefront of us. We are planning to face that by allocating our resources in such a manner that we are not at a very such a position that we are not being able to deal with the same. So I'll just be talking about two types of insurance here. One is life insurance. It's not like there are just these two insurances, but I feel if you are in your early 20s, these are the two which you need to place your emphasis on. So life insurance and Mediclaim. Now coming to life insurance. There are a lot of categories which are falling under the broad category of life insurance. My focus, I would try to urge to all of you that you should focus on term plans. There are a lot of term insurance available wherever you need to get these insurance from. So you should always go for a term insurance plan, and let's say the cover amount should be, if you're a working professional, it should be around 20 to 25 times of your annual salary. So let's say if your salary is 5 lakh per annum, correct? So that implies that you need to go for a cover of 1 CR. And you can get this I believe you can get this for as much as 7,000 per year, which is roughly around 600 per month. I believe this is the best investment. If we think about insurance, this would be the best investment if you're starting off early. And Mediclaim is always suggested, because health conditions can be detrimental. We see a lot of news coming around all of a sudden, and we are just thinking about the fact that life is so uncertain. In fact, I mean, not just about life, but any disease which you may god forbid come across or face. So you have to be in a position to not break any of your other chunk of money, and just you have a medium by which you can get rid of that situation. So Mediclaim, generally, if you're a working professional and the company is good enough, they would provide the whole cover for all of your family members. And even if they are not providing, you can get it in your name. So Mediclaim, I would suggest. So I have suggested 2 types of insurance: life insurance and Mediclaim. Also, one more thing which I forgot to mention while I was mentioning about the first point, educational loan. Always, if you're also taking an educational loan, always take in your name, not in the name of your parents. This is something which I wanted to add upon. So let's just discuss the 2 topics which I've touched upon again. So reduce your liabilities or loans, or either refrain from taking those. And second is life insurance, specifically term insurance, and Mediclaim. Now next, now about investing. What if I tell you, if you are in your early 20s and you start investing right now, let's say you're 20 years old. I'm trying to ignore the fact that you might be 22 or 23. And the target audience is only those people who are in their 20s and not somebody who is 30s, because I would touch upon that as well. But mainly my target audience in this video is people who are young. And since I keep getting a lot of questions about the fact that how do I start? I also want to start investing. People are becoming aware of the fact, but they don't know how to go about it. So I get a lot of questions. So I thought I could just, make a video about it. So investing the money, I'm coming upon that. So you have to start with 2,000 per month. And what if I tell you, if you start investing from 20 years, when you're 20 years old, and you have to start, you have to invest till you're 65 years old. In 45 years, I'm assuming a 10% return per annum and 5% inflation. So if you continuously invest 2,000 per month for 45 years, assuming a 10% return, I'll get to how you can achieve 10% return per annum and 5% inflation rate. You can accumulate 1 CR at the end of 45 years. And mind you, 1 crore, not 1 crore value as at the end of 45 years, 1 crore present value today. So ultimately, 1 crore that you'll accumulate, I'm talking about it in today's terms, in present value terms, as we call in financial language. And so ultimately, when you're 65, it won't be actually 1 crore, but inflation adjusted amount of 1 crore. So it would be much more. So that is what I'm trying to say. So that is how discipline can get you ahead in life. And also, we have also heard this famous quote of compound interest: those who understand it, earn it, and those who don't understand it, pay it. So compound interest is always considered the 8th wonder of the world, and a lot of people would agree to this. Now, we always have to believe the fact that whenever we are investing, we're already too late. How? I'll prove it to you. I mean, I have already done the math earlier. You can cross-verify it if you are well versed with the calculations and stuff, but I will just prove it to you why starting early off is good. So let's say with the same assumptions, you're starting to invest when you're 30 years old, and you start investing till 65 years. So you have 35 years, and with the same assumption of 10% return per annum and 5% inflation, you will only be able to fetch 50 lakh rupees. Your potential investment amount is almost half. You see, 10 years delay has left you with just half the amount of money which you could have potentially earned. So that is why you should always start investing early and never delay a decision if it is for your own good. Now, how do we invest this 2,000 rupees per month? Coming to that question, which a lot of people must be having in your mind. So, as a matter of fact, if you ask me, I would never suggest you to invest in fixed deposits. A lot of people play very safe. They start investing in fixed deposits. But I believe you are in your early 20s and you are in a position to actually take well calculated risks. I'm not taking just take any blank risks or just invest without thinking anything. But fixed deposit is the worst investment when you're starting off early. But having said that, if you talk about the same when you are old enough and you're risk averse means you're scared to take risks. At that point of time, fixed deposit is the best investment. But when you're starting off early, it is never. So no FD. You need to allocate your investment in shares, mutual funds, gold, and let me just add something, a risky asset. That is, let's say we'll take the example of cryptocurrency. Since it is one of the most emerging topics, I've already recorded a separate video on that. So if anybody is not aware about it, can have a look at that video. So these are the 4 kind of assets which you need to invest in right from now. And how do you allocate the same? So 30% directly, shares, 40% mutual funds, that is indirectly into shares, 20% gold, and 10%, let's say cryptocurrency. So this should be your allocation of the 2,000 rupees that you're investing per month. And mind you, since I've been mentioning 2,000, there's no rigidity in that. Maybe if you're starting to earn well, what you can do is you can increase the chunk of money of 2,000 per month to 3,000 per month, 5,000 per month. Accordingly, your accumulation will increase from 1 crore to a more amount. I'm talking in present value terms. So inflation adjusted amount would be much higher, as I discussed earlier. So this is exactly the proportion you should follow. I mean, I'm not just restricting my discussion to the fact that these are the only 4 avenues of investment. If you're well aware about other investment sources, you can very well go for that. But I believe that if you're in your early 20s and you are actually giving me the opportunity to explain to you how you should go about it, you're not well versed with what and how you should go about it. So that is why I have kind of allocated it in such a proportion which is easily accessible to all of you without any, it is more of a passive investment kind of thing. Also, these investment need to be buy and hold. It's not, I mean, the share market, let's say a lot of people are the market gir gaya to. So it's not like that. The market will fall. I mean, how can you say that in 45 years, the market will increase, but it will decrease and it will keep on increasing. If you see the trend, the market in a long span of time has always touched all-time highs. And let's say after 45 years, it would be in a very different position. Just the thing is, stop following the market daily, act as a passive investor, not an active investor like a lot of people are. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I am just keeping in mind the target audience of this video and mentioning all the facts. Of course, people have their own methods, so they can go about it in the same manner. So this is the allocation that needs to be followed. And believe me, compound interest is actually going to take you way ahead, provided you take the right decisions and you have the right mindset and the right discipline. So I believe this discussion would help you to actually get way ahead of those who would not act upon the same. You see, money is something which is of paramount importance. And I also read this quote today, which I also shared in my social media platform as well. That money is not the solution to all the problems that you have in life. Of course it isn't, but it is the solution to most of the problems that you have. So you should manage it properly. And of course, in your early 20s, you are still in that stage when you're developing as a person. You are obviously more into ek hi to zindagi hai, why suffer, let's enjoy, let's lead a luxurious life. But of course, also a lot of people argue that life is so uncertain. क्या पता इतना सब investment किया and all just goes in vain. We leave the world before we are supposed to. You see, and nobody can comment on that. But you can obviously be well prepared. If you survive, you can lead a good lifestyle. But you have to spend a few years living in such a manner that you get the few years ahead of you. You get to live the few years ahead of you in a much different and fruitful manner. So this was something which I wanted to communicate to all of you, since I thought it was of great quintessential importance. So I hope this may be helpful for all of you. If and of course, if you find it feasible, you can act upon the same. And the main intention and the crux behind this recording this video is just that it can obviously give you a better lifestyle and give you another direction of thinking. So thank you very much for sticking to the end of the video, and keep growing. Thank you so much.